Lovely story.
Liz, now our first guest tonight is known for his online YouTube Islamic videos and is now very much one of the most talked about young public speakers.
And we're absolutely thrilled he's with us. Assalamu alaikum, good evening, Mohamed Zeyara. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, how are you guys?
Good, thank you so much for joining us. Now you were born in Canada, so visiting here in the United Kingdom, you must be enjoying our warmer climate.
Yes, I am. Thank you very much. I am. It's nice. I like it. It's very nice. People think that it's cold, but it's actually not.
Because you've probably come from knee-deep snow, right?
Yeah, exactly. I'm from Canada, so
this is very easy for you to handle.
I'm walking around without a jacket and like, what are you doing? I'm like, chill out, bro.
Now, of course, this is not the first time in the United Kingdom. It was a bit of a flying visit last time. This is your first proper visit, and you've been travelling many cities in the United Kingdom for this tour, of course, with Islamic Relief. How's that been going?
It's been great. It's been great. You guys are very supportive. I like it. Yeah.
It must be incredible for you to be speaking to a UK-wide audience. How is that different to what you're used to?
You guys are a little more crazy. You know, you guys are more. You guys are more outgoing. All right, you English people. I think it's. In North America, they're more calm. You know, over here, they're much more supportive and they're into it and they're like, "What's going on? What is he saying?" Today we went to a school and you have all the kids. They're actually listening. Yeah. In the States, they don't care. They're not gonna listen to you. But over here, they're actually listening. So, alhamdulillah.
So they're a bit more attentive.
Yeah, they are.
Which is good. Now, let's talk about the tour in a bit more detail. The name itself, the Winter Reflections 2014 tour. Yes. I guess that's very similar to the kind of talks that you give. It's, of course, all about reflections on life, right?
Yes. Basically, Islamic Relief, the organization that sponsored this whole tour and started this whole tour, they wanted to reflect on what they've done in the past year and what they have accomplished. So they were like, they called me and the two other speakers, asking if we can join them, you know, on this whole reflection of what they've accomplished the past year. And yeah, that's basically it. So throughout the tour, we're talking about how much Islamic Relief has raised money, how much they helped Syria, Gaza, and other countries in need. And that's basically, and then, you know, we go up and talk to the youth and the people who come. And
and it's been an amazing response from the audience as well, hasn't it?
Alhamdulillah, it's amazing, yeah. Especially the fact that most of the audience are youth. Yeah. And you see them donating and giving money. It's actually very, very inspiring. You see how much youth can do, because we really underestimate the youth. And it's amazing seeing, you know, you have 500, 600 youth that are putting up their hands for £1,000, 500 pounds, and you have like four friends that are saying, okay, I'm gonna pitch in 100 each, let's pitch in 100 each, and we'll raise 400 pounds and give it to Syria, and it's amazing. It's really beautiful to see it.
Tell us about the confidence it takes for someone like yourself to stand up and speak in front of hundreds of foreign audience. I mean, it's not what you're used to. You're used to YouTube videos, which is probably a little bit more intimate when you're filming it. Yeah. But what must it be like to stand up in front of all these people?
Okay, so I'm going to tell you one thing. My teacher who taught me public speaking, this might sound a little crazy, but he told me when you go up on stage and you speak, pretend as if everyone is just chairs, okay, as if you don't see anyone. Okay, so I go up there, pretend as if everyone is, you know, a bunch of chairs. I'm just talking to a bunch of chairs, but honestly, you get used to it. You know, I started public speaking when I was in grade 9. Yeah. You know, so it's been a long time, and you just get used to it, to be honest.
Tell me one thing, are we just a chair to you right now?
No, no,
okay.
You're not, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm relaxed, I'm good.
Cool.
Now, earlier you were talking about the youth, which brings us very nicely onto your age, Mr. Zeyara. You're only 20 years old.
Yes, I am.
I mean, that's incredible, because in your field of work, public speaking, Islamic public speaking, there aren't many people out there who are your age, right? Yeah. How do you kind of balance that life of public speaking and also all the other works that you're involved in?
Okay. I'm currently in school. I'm studying medicine right now, and I just finished my 2nd year. And usually what I do is during my breaks I fly. Like right now I have my break, and that's when I go out there and I speak. And to be honest, with practice, I think I get the hang of it. And you know, age is just a figure. It's not stopping me. And this is something that youth have to realize. A lot of us think, oh, I'm 15 years old, or I'm 18, 20, 25. I'm still young. But no, if you want to do something, you got to do it now at this age. This is the time to do and accomplish and, you know, and build a future. It's right now. So if I'm not going to do it now, when am I going to do it, right?
Wow.
Good attitude.
Brilliant attitude.
Good
and
attitude.
hopefully soon Dr. Zeyara will be
Inshallah.
here. Right.
Inshallah.
Indeed. Indeed. Now, just coming back to this timetable that you work on, I mean, it's great to hear you say that when you have free time during your studies, you kind of go away.
Yeah.
Most students would say, I want to hang out with friends. May go to a different city in the same country. But you don't have any issue dropping your work, flying to Ireland, for example. I know you were there just over a month ago. Yeah. You're here in the United Kingdom. Traveling so extensively, it must disrupt your work life a little bit, no?
Definitely. So here's the thing. If you want to succeed, you got to sacrifice a lot. A lot of times, my friends, I live with a couple of my friends. I would be sitting down, I would look at them, and they're sleeping while I'm working. You know, so there's a price to it. Like, you're not just going to become successful and come on TV and you're going to be sleeping and being lazy the whole day. No, obviously you got to work hard and you gotta sacrifice chilling with your friends, and you got to sacrifice all that video games time just to get where you want to be. Yeah. And honestly. You know, it hurts sometimes. Sometimes you want to go out. Sometimes you want to play games. You want to do this with your boys, but...
Yeah. Well, it's not such a big sacrifice because you get to visit a place like our wonderful country.
Yeah, of course, like you're wonderful.
What's your favourite thing about this country
what's
so far?
Your accent.
Accent?
Yeah.
Like our accent.
I learned 2 words.
Go ahead.
They were?
2 words.
Yes.
Ain't it and allow it.
Ain't it and allow it. That is a very British slang.
And allow
thing,
it
actually,
means let it go, don't do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean allow it like normal beings. It means don't do it. So I don't know, you guys need to...
Mohamed Zeyara, thank you so much for joining us. Hope you can stay with us for the rest of the show.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Now, Thailand's tourism industry has taken a battering this year following months of protests, a military coup and the subsequent imposition of martial law. It's thought there's been a near 9% drop in tourist arrivals between January and October, a painful blow for the millions of Thais whose livelihoods depend on the industry.
But now in Panyi, which is part of Thailand's picturesque Phang province, foreign visitors keep coming. It's all thanks to excitement over the community's innovative and highly unusual football pitch. We'll let Iman Al-Sayed explain.
With its stunning limestone cliffs towering over stilt houses, surrounded by azure waters, the island of Panyi is a typical Thai paradise. But it's not Mother Nature drawing tourists here. It's a floating football pitch. Nestled next to the largely Muslim island's ferry pier, the 16 by 25 metre pitch has become something of a national treasure, after an advertising campaign by a Thai bank in 2010 made the fishing community locally famous for their dedication to football. The pitch is unforgiving. Any mistake and the game has to stop. But since being built, it has helped transform the island community of Panyi. The first version of the pitch was constructed nearly 30 years ago, but was made of wood and was even harder to play on, so the local kids at the time had to look elsewhere.
In the past, I played on a sand beach over there. We had to take the boat there to practice. Then we came back to the island and played on a small floating wooden pitch, where we had to avoid nails coming up. It was risky and dangerous, but we had to play on it because we had no pitch.
This latest nail-free incarnation was created in 2010 and has become increasingly popular with tourists. And that has helped local restaurants and businesses flourish and stopped all the young migrating to the mainland in search of work.
Jobs here are better than on the mainland. The young can find money easier here. They can earn thousands of baht driving canoes. They've got good incomes. There have been a lot of people from outside who've moved here.
The population of the island has increased by a third in the past decade. New structures are constantly springing up. And despite the fact that the island now has a concrete pitch with netting around it, the island's chief is keen to maintain the floating version.
I think we should keep the football pitch for our children and grandchildren, because we can say that the floating pitch is unique to the village.
Having to twist and turn and keep the ball close has undoubtedly helped the football team improve their skills, as even a small mistake can mean a trip into the water. The village team has won several league titles, a success story both on and off the pitch.
That's got to take some skills.
I know. Do they not get off balance?
That's what it is. It keeps you in balance. I mean, it's not just about getting football skills. It's about making sure you've got balance and you don't get the ball off the pitch and into the water.
What if the tide comes in or the water's a bit more rough? Does that not destabilise them?
You better hope you've got Lionel Messi on your team, huh? Well, speaking of sport, Mohamed, you're an avid horse rider, is that right?
Yes.
I think we've got a shot of you. We're going to show this picture.
So
this is an incredible photo.
Where does this love of horsemanship come from?
Oh, Lord.
There you are. That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Where is that?
It is. That's in St. Lucia.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's where I studied.
So
nice.
Where does this whole love affair for horses come from?
To be honest, in the beginning it's kind of boring. Like, we tried it a couple of times.
Yeah.
But when you get used to it and you start sprinting with the horse, it's like you're getting the halal high, you know. It's beautiful. It's just, you feel like you're in a total different world, and so after that it's addictive. So then I just kept on going once a week.
And you seem to be growing very fond of the horses that you work with.
Yes.
Is it important to build that bond between you and the horse?
Of course, there's a chemistry.
Yes.
And you can't go rough. You can't,
that's such a nice photo.
Okay. You can't be rough with the horse, because if
you have to be at one with the horse.
Yeah, you got to be very, light and easy, because if you go rough on the horse, it'll headbutt you.
Yeah.
Of course, there's no gears to shift or anything.
Yes, and they say that horses can tell your emotions as well.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah, sure.
They can sense nerves.
Yeah, definitely,
definitely. Yes.
There is that chemistry and the energy. Like, one of my friends, he was trying to ride a horse and it wasn't working with him. I was like, all right, let me try it. And I was like, trying to calm down the horse, and it actually calmed down, and I started riding it very slowly.
Wow.
Yeah,
Great stuff.
That's incredible.
Right, after the break, our final guest of the night will be joining us in the studio.
Go and grab yourself a nice hot drink, and we'll be back on the other side of this.